Good morning, everyone. This is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Just wrapped up run number 3 of the new 5K training program following the Garmin Connect app and using Coach Amy this time instead of Coach Jeff Galloway. I completed the Jeff Galloway program and ran the 5K, and now I'm starting another 5K program and going through Coach Amy's protocols, and this will be the third run. I'm working on a few different things as kind of side projects. After the Perform Better Chicago Summit, I'm working on kind of a lot of nasal breathing while I'm running. So using the guidance of Coach Arian Missimer from the movement paradigm, I would recommend checking her out. But in regards to trying to nasal breathe the entire time while I'm running with my tongue lightly against the top of my mouth and my mouth closed, it's rather challenging. So the first couple of times I did it, I had to do intermittent mouth breathing and a lot of different strategies in order to stay respirated. But I was able to breathe the entire workout with my nose today, and that felt pretty cool. There are some tools out there. You can get some Breathe Right strips. You can get those mute nasal dilators if you have kind of a collapsed nasal valve. That might be really hard for some of you who do have that. So if you breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, and then you compare it to how you are with your nose slightly separated, and there's a big difference, and you probably have a little bit of nasal valve collapse, and that might require a Breathe Right strip or the mute nasal dilator to help you open that pathway up so you can do some nasal breathing. It's definitely the most effective and most optimal way to breathe rather than breathing through the mouth. And I think we're seeing a lot of adverse health effects from a lot of mouth breathing. So even just periodically starting to close the mouth and doing like maybe even a 3-minute session with your mouth closed and you're just breathing through your nose would be a good place to start. But yeah, that's kind of something I'm working on whilst running my 5K training programs. I always like to have things and projects that I'm working on, whether it be cadence or gait or mobility or things like that. It's not just the run. There's all the other components that comprise of it, and breaking them down. There's the mental aspects, the ability to focus. One thing I did notice as well was when I had my tongue against the top of my mouth and I was nasal breathing, I had very little distraction, very little thought. I was mostly focused on the act of breathing, which was really cool. It gave me kind of a new window into the mindfulness part of it. So that being said, I'll recap this for you. Run number 3. These are walk, run, repeats. Okay, so a 3-minute walk and a 5-minute run 3 times. So I go out first thing, I do the 3-minute walk, I do the 5-minute run, and then I did that 3 times. That was nice. I covered a pretty good distance, not too bad. A 2-minute cool down. So I covered 2.49 miles and a 26-minute workout, so including the walk. And it was nice. I did a little bit of a reverse split on these as well, which was really cool. The first 5 minutes, I ran 0.58 at 8:37, second 0.59 at 8:30, and the last 0.64 at 7:51. So that's always a nice thing to shoot for, is that reverse split, get a little bit better as you go. I worked on some cadence stuff, so the carryover of the Jeff Galloway program was working in there, got up to that 184 cadence on that last set. So it was really nice. Yeah, so those are the things I'm working on. I hope you're continuing to get something from this. Please challenge yourself in multiple aspects. This isn't just running. There's so much more that's going on here. Change terrain, try some different things. Enjoy the run and have a great day. Please like, subscribe, and share as well. Thank you.